Hi everyone, my name is Risha. Today is the 28th of January 2024 and I'm going to be making my weekly prediction for Tesla. As usual, I'll go over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and then I'll switch over and then I'll finally conclude my prediction towards the end of the video. But before going into this video, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational and therefore it's important to conduct your own analysis before entering any position in the market. This is in order to ensure that you are comfortable with what position you enter and do not solely rely on this information to make your inferences. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Monthly charts we can immediately see has changed quite significantly from the last time I made the video, and this is largely because of this week's price action, which we will cover later. Now, we can see some very interesting things here, that the market before was for Tesla in sort of an M pattern, and it was actually bullish in the months of November and December. However, we had an inside bar candle between October and November, which it was clearly mentioned that we wouldn't take a trade unless it closed above the high or below the low. And we can see that although January hasn't ended yet of 2024, it is already significantly below the low. And although this might rebound up, we can say that as of now, we can take this as a pretty bearish inference for Tesla. And we can see, again, this is basically the main change that has happened. And if we even take into account, we can say that this price action sort of resembles a weak double top pattern, even of which that this resistance, support has been almost broken. So we will keep this in mind when we go over the rest of the charts. So weekly charts, now you'll see why this happened in more detail. In last week's video, I mentioned that the double top or M pattern had been broken or was about to break. So this is just exactly what has happened this week. On extremely high volume, Tesla's stock has crashed downwards, and this is largely because of Elon Musk making an announcement that their sales would slow down this year, causing the market to react very quickly. And we can see in the daily charts, if we switch over there, why this happened. And we can see that now, formally on technical analysis as well, this has completely broken. And so we do have another bearish signal from the weekly chart. And if we count the weeks here, we can see that we've already been in a 5-week downward rally. So this is showing some promise, and if obviously this starts to break some more supports like it did recently in this week, break the support of 187. And the next support it could break is around 164. So we'll see how the market progresses. But we can see on high volume as well that the market has gone down quite significantly this week. So if we switch over to the daily charts, we can see a very interesting pattern here, that the first 3 days were all obviously still red candles showing bearish sentiment, but they were pretty compact, in fact moving in a range. However, on the 25th, as the announcement of Elon Musk's sales slowing down for Tesla, we can see that the market gapped. And if we look here, the low of this candle was 206, and the open of this candle was 189, which is almost a 17-point gap. This is extremely high for Tesla. And then the market continued to go down further. And now, if we look even closer, we can see that this has formed another inside bar candle. So again, but regardless of this inside bar candle, it is still very likely that the market continues to go downward. But just for a safety precaution, and if the market does really have so much bearish sentiment, we will still wait, in my advice, for the high and low of this mother candle to be broken. But that summarizes my video for Tesla. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I will see you next week where I make my new prediction. But until then, have a nice weekend, weekday, and enjoy.